Hey guys, I'm gonna wait a little bit until we really get into the content. Hopefully a few more people join. But hopefully if you're in here, you were able to watch the atomic bomb video. And if you haven't submitted questions yet, today you will get the answers to the questions to that movie. Just wanted to make sure that we wrapped up World War II the correct way instead of just ending on Japanese internment camps. I wanted to make sure that we were actually wrapping up World War II and you knew kind of the predicament that we were put in to end the war on the Eastern Front. Hey Majida, hey D'Amico, hey Ponce. I'm not sure who Teresa Santiago is. If you could tell me who you are. So basically, today, all we're doing is it's going to be a quick live. We're just going through those questions, making sure that you have the correct answers to the questions so that you can get credit for them. Next week, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to, it's Jaden Schaefer. Okay, cool. We will, next week, I'm going to be recording myself and you'll have actual videos with each assignment, right, linked into your Canvas. So you'll still get lives. I'm still going to do lives. I'm still going to talk to you on live so that you get that one-to-one. Is it Jaden Schaefer or Jaden Hayward? Just so I can give credit where credit's due, because you do get points for being in here. Basically, like I'm saying, everything's going to be recorded, so I'll be reading directions to you. I'll be reading sorry, I'm distracted. I'll be reading the questions to you. I'll be reading the learning targets to you. I'll be reading passages and kind of giving you background information with each thing that I'm. Okay. You guys are distracting me in the live chat. I'll be giving you all that information in a video that's pre-recorded and put right into Canvas. So hopefully that'll help people that are struggling with the articles, maybe with words or maybe with context. And I can give you more help with that. So that's kind of how we're going forward. We're going to be jumping right into civil rights movement next week. So you'll have questions and readings that go with that. And I'll be reading them to you. And like I said, giving you background information, kind of like you were in my class. But it definitely more teacher talk because, you know, I don't really lecture. But now that we're in quarantine, I'm going to be doing a little bit more lecture on these videos. But we'll still have our lives on Mondays and Thursdays. So I feel like everyone's in here at this point. So if you haven't said hi, you haven't told me who you are, then please do that at some point before you leave the live. So how many of you thumbs up watched the video already and have attempted to answer the questions? So a thumbs up if you've answered the World War II atomic bomb questions. Just thumbs up in the comments, please, if you've done it. I know Majida has. I think D'Amico has. Thank you, Majida. Again, a thumbs up if you have done the assignment already. Thanks, Ponce. Okay, so okay, never mind. Elijah did it, Ponce didn't do it. You guys have two similar names. What does JBK mean? Why are you both having that in your screen name now? Okay, sorry. Are we going to be taking classes in the summer? I don't know yet. They haven't told us. I doubt it. I really doubt they're going to have summer school this year, but I'm not really sure. I want them to do summer school. I would love to teach summer school again. But I don't know if they are. Okay, so there were 6 questions that you had with this video. So let's go through those questions. The first question, why is Truman scared of the US entering Manchuria? So first off, where's Manchuria? Does anyone know where that is? Where is Manchuria? If you don't know that, then can you at least tell me why Truman's scared of the USS entering Manchuria after watching the video? Or why do you think he would be scared? Because the USSR, are we really cool with them? Either it's going to suffer high casualties or communism is I think what you're trying to say, Tristan. Truman's scared of communism spreading. Exactly. So basically, Truman doesn't want Manchuria, China, to be another Germany with a wall separating communism and capitalism. So, communism, Red Scare, continues to be a major problem in the United States all the way up until the 80s, honestly. So, you see it again. You don't want socialism. We don't want Bernie Sanders because he's a socialist, and we don't want to be sharing our money. We want to make sure everyone gets the American dream. It's still a problem in the United States today, where people from the U.S. are just scared of communism, socialism, anything where they're sharing wealth. So Truman is scared of spreading communism. Okay, so thank you, Majida and Tristan. So that's the answer to question number 1. Basically, the Eastern Front has ended World War II. They're like, we're done fighting. All of the Jewish internment camps, the Holocaust has ended. People are starting to go on trial for that. We're trying to figure out war crimes against Nazis. And the Eastern Front in China and Japan, the war is technically still going on. There hasn't been a surrender from Japan. So we're still worried about that, which is why the atomic bomb comes into play, or where it comes into play. So the second question that I asked you from the video is, where's the atomic bomb tested? So we don't just end up, dropping a bomb. Usually whenever there's a major weapon that has not been used yet, it has to be tested. Just like anything, there's test runs. And where does it say that the test happens? Where does the test happen? Question number 2, where is the atomic bomb tested prior to dropping it in Japan? Do I need to play the video? Mexico, or is there another word in front of that because it's happening in the United States? Yes. New Mexico. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Majida. Okay, so New Mexico. Why would it be tested in New Mexico? Why do you think that that's where they tested it? What do you think about that? Why would they test it there? Why wouldn't they test it in Washington, D.C.? I see your messages. I said it's not Mexico. It's New Mexico. Mexico is a country. New Mexico is a state in the United States. I said you're almost there. Yes. Thank you. Good job. So why are they testing it there? Why New Mexico? What is it about New Mexico that would make it a good place to test a bomb? Okay, so basically New Mexico is desert and not a lot of people live there at this time. So they're able, hey Ivana, they're able to test there and not really affect people because it's far enough away where it's not really going to affect or damage any citizens. Ew, Dex. Exactly. It's big. It has open space. Thank you. Good job. Okay, so that's why we're testing in New Mexico. Then eventually we're going to drop this bomb in Japan. What do the Americans demand from the Japanese so that we don't drop this? What do they say? We won't do this if you do what? Question number 3. What do the Americans demand from the Japanese so that we do not drop the bomb? What do they say? We won't drop this bomb on you if... Exactly, Domingo. But question number 3, we're on 2. We won't drop the bomb on you if you do what? What are they asking the Japanese to do? What has the rest of Europe done? What has Germany already done? What has Italy already done? What? To flee away and stop their armies. Okay, so flee away. So if we're fleeing away, what are we doing? When you have a white flag and you're waving it, what is that saying? You're doing what? Starts with an S. What are they doing? Go away? Well, what's the technical term? If you say you're no longer going to be part of a war, you give up. Surrender. Yes. Okay, so the answer is surrender for number 3. Okay, so moving on to question number 4. Yes. Question number 4. Well, did the Japanese surrender? That's another question. Do they say, okay, we'll surrender? Do they surrender? Exactly. But do they do it? Do they surrender? Or is it culturally not allowed? Do Japanese surrender, or is it against their culture? Okay, so do they surrender, yes or no? It's like dead silent in my comments right now. Well, if we drop the bomb, do they surrender? No, they don't surrender. Thank you, Majida. No, they don't surrender, and instead we end up dropping the bomb, which is the next question, question number 4. So what is the first bomb nicknamed, and where is the target? What is the first bomb nicknamed, and where is the target? So what's it nicknamed, and where is the target for this first bomb? Is it an area that's just military, or do they have civilians living there? First bomb is nicknamed Little Boy, and the target was the city of Hiroshima. Exactly. Thank you. So Majida has the answer there. So we have Little Boy and Hiroshima as the answer to question number 4. Okay, so their Navy and their Air Force were destroyed. Also, lots of citizens were destroyed, which goes into the next question, which is, in less than 1 second, how many people were killed? 1 second. That doesn't mean that's the total number of people killed from the bomb itself, but how many people were killed in less than 1 second? Yes, 70,000 were killed. Exactly. Thank you, Majida. You're like being a rock star in here right now. Okay, so 70,000 were killed in less than 1 second. Again, this was just an easy assignment for you this week because we have that CER that's due, which I hope none of you have forgotten to do. Because again, it needs to be handed in to me by tomorrow at 3:15 in order for you to be considered in the competition. Okay, so last question, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about CER, and if you need any help with the CER, I can do a Zoom conference with you or FaceTime with you or whatever it is that you need. You did not forget to do your CER. You sent it to me. You need to do your edits. Okay, so do you think this was justified in order to end World War II? Do you think that more people would have died if we kept fighting with the Japanese? Or do you think that more people died due to the atomic bomb? So do you think it's justified? Okay, so Majida says, I don't think this was justified in order to end World War II because the Japanese weren't ready for anything on that day, and it's sad how many people died. It is super sad how many people died. We did warn them, but it wasn't a good warning. It was kind of like a, hey, we might do this, like threat. Not really like, we're doing this if you don't surrender. Take it seriously. Like we were kind of sneaky about it. We said something, but I mean, a lot of people would disagree that we didn't do enough to really warn them, especially since civilians were around. Anyone else have a thought? So do you think this was justified in order to end World War II? Okay, so D'Amico says no, but why? You have to explain. So why was it not justified? Why was it not justified? So Majida's the only one getting major extra points today in here. Some people might say yes. You could say, yes, I think it was because if the war continued, then more people would have died from all countries, not just Japan. I mean, the Japanese had to surrender after all of the people died. I mean, there's really nothing they could do. We took over Japan. Like, we controlled them because they didn't surrender. So we ended up taking over their country and helping them build their economy back. Does that mean you have corona or COVID-19, Elijah? What's with the face mask and the little dude? Yes, it was. I meant because the war would continue. Okay, so it would continue if they didn't do the bomb. Okay. Well, if you do have it, I hope you get better soon. Okay, so I answered all of the questions. Well, your peers did too. So we have that assignment done. The rest of your assignments, at least for the next 3 weeks, are going to be readings with questions inserted into the readings and learning targets at the top. You'll have that posted every Thursday, I think. Every Thursday after this live, I'll post the assignment for the following week. And then on Mondays, I'll post what I'm going to talk about on Thursday. So there'll probably be videos that go along with the readings, and you'll probably have questions similar to this that go with that. I'm just learning myself because on Tuesday we got all our new resources from the district head person of what they want us to be doing in social studies for the rest of the year. So we're moving into the civil rights movement. That's what we'll be talking about next week, and I'll be posting that tonight. Again, do not forget to hand in your CERs. If you have not handed it in yet, please do that by 3:15 tomorrow to be considered to be the winner. I am no longer giving feedback. That deadline was yesterday. So I'll give you feedback after the prize has been given out, but until then, I'm not going to give you feedback for resubmission. You can do the CER all the way up until the end of the school year. Like, there isn't really due dates on your assignments, but when you get really far behind, it takes a lot of time to catch up, especially in 5 classes. Because I'm super pregnant and that took an hour, that's why I didn't do it. It was cool though. I'm glad that they all did it. I'm like really big now. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm 31 weeks pregnant and I could not be in a car that long. So that's why I didn't do it. But basically, I'm going to have videos embedded in my videos. I am super pregnant. I am fat. All my future Canvas assignments are going to have me reading you, lecturing you. If you want to click on the video and watch it, if you don't, you can just do the assignment without that. But the video will be embedded in there for you. Still be going live on Tuesdays and Mondays and Thursdays at noon. And if you ever want a Zoom conference with me, just hit me up on Remind and we can do a Zoom to help you out. So if there's no other questions, tomorrow I will be going live to announce the winner at 5 o'clock. I am, look. How big I am now. Huge old belly. Okay, so 5 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going live to announce who won and who will be getting Grubhub delivered to them, and we'll all celebrate them. So it can be a nice little Friday fun type of event. So I'm going to be signing off, and you'll see next week's work posted today. You do not need to do it until, I mean, honestly, you should have it done by Monday so that, or at least look at it by Monday so that we can work on it together in the live on Monday. Okay? Any questions? Anything else I can do for you? Again, if you need help with your CER, I can still help you. You can just text me through Remind and we can try and set something up. So any other questions before I sign off? No? We're good? Okay, this was a pretty short, easy live because it was just easy questions because the CER week. Okay, so we're good. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you decide to hop on the live and see who won the competition. Okay, bye.